Alright, so when you talk about optimizing your React app's performance, you cannot avoid memoization. And I already know that you have gone through numerous guides on the big three, useMemo, useCallback, and React.memo. But I want to focus more on how exactly they help or even hurt your application's performance. So memoization here in React means to not recompute things if the inputs haven't changed. We can apply this to values with useMemo. For functions, we use useCallback, and components are dealt with the help of React.memo. But the real performance gain happens only when the memoized thing is expensive and it prevents a re-render or recalculation that would otherwise happen. So let me give you an example. This is actually a problem and I want a solution from you. Let's see if we can predict what's going to happen. So I have a child component that takes the onClick function as a prop. Now anytime I click on the increment button, it will update the state which causes a re-render in the app component. The handle click function now gets recreated and causes the child component to re-render because the prop changed. So if I go inside the browser, you have this increment button and the click child button. Now anytime I click on the increment button, ideally the child should re-render. Yeah, you can see here that it's re-rendering because the function instance or the function reference is changing with every re-render in the app component. App component re-renders and it essentially destroys the original handle click function and recreates a new one. So how do we solve this problem? I'll give you a minute to think of a solution to prevent the child component from re-rendering. You can pause the video and come back. Okay, I'm almost certain you considered wrapping the handle click function inside a use callback so that the prop doesn't change and in turn, the child component doesn't re-render. That's perfectly valid thought process and you know what? Let's actually see if it works. So I'll go back to my code and I'm going to wrap this with a use callback. Let's save this. If I go back to the browser, I'll clear the console and every time I click on the increment button, it's again still re-rendering the child component. So use callback didn't really prevent the re-render. This is something a lot of folks, even senior engineers, miss out on. useMemo or useCallback does not really prevent re-renders. They prevent expensive recomputation. So here when the app component re-rendered, it actually did not create a new handle click instance. It used the same old reference which prevented recreation of this function. The parent component re-renders, so by design all of the children also re-render. So it doesn't matter if the onClick prop is the same referenced object or not, it will still trigger a re-render. Now to actually block the child re-render, we use the third tool from the big three, which is React.memo. Memo actually looks at the props and compares it to the ones in the previous render. If it's the same, it won't trigger a re-render. This is what actually prevents re-renders. So what I'm going to do is convert this into an arrow function and I'm going to wrap this with memo. And now if I go back to the browser and try to click on the increment button, you see that the child component is not re-rendering and now it works as expected. So essentially useMemo and useCallback do not really cause re-renders by themselves. They are a consequence of a re-render but never the cause of one. The React's render cycle works in this way. Something is going to trigger a re-render. State change, parent re-renders, context change, any one of this is going to trigger a re-render. The component's function will execute. So this app function will execute. During execution, all of the hooks will run, including useMemo, useCallback dependency checks. If dependencies change, recomputation will happen and render will complete. This is how a typical React's render cycle works. So now, some things you might want to consider when using these memoization tools. If you're not passing down a function to a child component, you most likely don't need a use callback. If you're not experiencing any unnecessary re-renders, no need for useMemo, use callback doesn't really make sense. If you have a prop that changes every time anyway, there's no point in putting that inside memo because it's still going to re-render the component all the time. So there's no point in putting it inside a memo. If your component is small, adding these things won't really make that much of a difference. React is smart and optimized that way and you'd barely notice a difference. useCallback and useMemo are not really performance boosters. They do come with overhead because you now have to initialize and compare dependencies across renders and keep a track of them as well. So it adds some overhead. So if your app is not re-rendering unnecessarily and you use these hooks just to be safe, your app performance will actually go down because of these overheads. So basically start with readable code, optimize where it matters, not where the documents say that you could. Alright, hope this video gave you some insight on when to use these tools and what exactly they do. In the next video, we'll tackle again a very common problem, which is handling large UIs and interactions smoothly. We'll use virtualization, debouncing, throttling, and try to keep our app responsive even when it renders hundreds or even thousands of elements. So yeah, give this one a thumbs up if you like the content. If you are new here, do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.